Hi everybody, in this video I'm going to show you how you can create custom spawn locations for the ever so useful water pump. So what you can see here is this is Green Mountain on Chernarus, and as you can see I've spawned in a working water pump. So the idea with this is that using the code that I give you, you can spawn in a water pump at your base. That's the whole idea, so that you can build a base in the middle of nowhere and spawn in a water pump, because water obviously is very useful for drinking. But remember, you could use this technique to spawn anything in, maybe like wood piles and things like that. Now, first off though, credit where credit's due. This new invigorated DayZ XML modding period that I'm going through is down to the most excellent Balshad. You may well know him from Don Sibley's Discord, but he's created his own Discord where he's pulled together all of his knowledge on especially XML modding for PlayStation and Xbox, and put it in one place in very simple, easy to understand tutorials. So the first thing you want to do is go to the description below this video, click on the Discord link and join his Discord. And then the next thing you want to do is you also want to go to, let me click on the link. Yes, we want to go there. You want to go over to PayPal. I'll put a link to this in the description below as well. And you want to throw him a couple of bucks, maybe enough for a nice posh coffee or something like that, because what he's done is very special indeed, and it's an amazing, amazing resource. So head on over to Balshad's Discord, and then you want to scroll down on the left hand side. And you want to read it all, but you want to scroll down, and eventually you'll get to one that says about the water well. So there it is, and this is basically how you make a custom water well. Now, what I've done as well though is that to make it a little bit easier, I have created a GitHub repository with some examples here as well, of little code snippets that you can copy into your CFG event spawns file and your events file, and they will give you a working water pump at Green Mountain on Chernarus. So what I thought we'd do is we'll look at this code, and I'll kind of show you how you can integrate that into your existing code. And then it will give you an idea of how to do it. Now, to get the code, all you need to do is follow the link in the description below the video to my GitHub. Click on this green box here, and it will say, if I press it, download the zip. So download the zip, unzip it, and then you want to open the files in your favorite text editor. And there's two. There's the event snippet, and there's the CFG event spawn snippet. So let's take a look at the event snippet first. Now, the important thing when you're creating these custom events is that you give it the right name to start off with. And if you read through Balshad's Discord, he explains that, you know, to have an event, you can't just call it, for example, Random Pump 1 or Green Mountain Pump 1, because it wouldn't work. You've got to call it static is a good thing. Static tends to work most of the time. So we've called this event Static Pump 1. It's also important that the names of the events don't clash with any existing events as well. And I'm only putting this pump in one location at Green Mountain. So nominal is 1, min and max is 1. Lifetime is really, really long because I want it to hang around forever while the server's on. Position's fixed, limit mixed, active 1. Now, I haven't put any loot on this pump. Now, you can set the loot to probably 1 or something with a loot min 1. Because you do find things, don't you, on water pumps, but I'm not that bothered. I just wanted to spawn near my base, and it spawns the Land Mish Well Pump Yellow. There is also a Land Mish Well Pump Blue you could use instead, but we're going to go with yellow. So that's our event. That's the thing that's going to pop this pump into existence on our server. Now, the other thing we need is, well, where is it? Okay, so this is the little CFG or the config event spawns snippet, and what we're interested in is this line here. So we've got the X and the Z. So that's like, imagine you're looking down on the map of Chernarus, and it's a graph. You've got X is along the bottom and Y along the top. I always get them mixed up. Now Y is actually the altitude that the item would be at. But the game engine handles that for us. It pops whatever we want to spawn in on the ground, which is good. Now, in order to get these coordinates, what you want to do is you want to go to the iSurvive map, and you want to zoom in as far as you can go. So in this case, we were going to the Green Mountain, weren't we? So let's find Green Mountain. I am crap, aren't I? There we go. It's round here, then it's over here. There's Green Mountain, right? So here's Green Mountain. So I'll zoom in as far as I can zoom in. Sometimes it helps to switch between the GPS view and the map view, because we want to spawn we want to spawn our pump in where there's some ground, don't we? And at Green Mountain, there's this big radio tower there. There's the kind of the jail there. There's the barracks there, and there's a guard room there. So what you do, you put your cursor where you think there's some ground that's free, and you type Control-C on your keyboard, and it will copy wherever your mark, where your little hand is those coordinates that are down the bottom. And then once you've got those, you can go over to the event and you just paste it in, and that gives you your X and your Z coordinates. So you would just right-click, copy them, and paste them over the X. Copy the Z. Copy that. And paste that over the top of there. You can leave A. Now A is the angle of rotation of the pump. So you could turn, if you wanted the nozzle pointing a different way, you could do that. Now, what you then need to do is you now need to put these snippets into your CFG event spawns file and your events file on your server. You probably know how to do this already, but in case you don't, why don't I show you? So let's go over to my servers. Let's go into this one, Generous. And then once you're in the dashboard, you want to go to the file browser, bottom left hand corner. Go into the missions folder. Now, if you're on PC, you've got to dig down a little bit further to get to the missions folder. Chernarus is Chernarus. It says Enoch. That is Livonia. You want to go into the missions folder to here, and then we want to download from this folder the CFG event spawns.xml. So you'd hit that little icon there, download. You download that one. Then you go into the DB folder, and you download the events on there. That's that one. You download those. Open those in your favorite text editor. I'm using Notepad++. It's free, highly recommended. And all you do is you would copy static pump 1 into the top of the CFG events, like I've done there. So I've just created a space and pasted it above, and then the actual event itself, we would copy that, and then we would paste that, as you can see, into the top of the events. Save both of those, go back to our server, click upload, upload the events, go back to this folder, upload the CFG event spawns, and then restart the server, and then head on over to where we want our water pump to be, and fingers crossed it'll be there. Now sometimes you'll have spawned it inside a building or inside a pile of rubbish or something, and it might look a bit odd, but play around a bit and move it around a bit, and you can get your water pump exactly where you want it. Now if you want lists of all the stuff you can spawn in, I'll put a couple of links in the description below, because you can spawn anything you want in that's on the map. Any of this stuff. Well, I say anything, almost anything. There's lots and lots and lots of stuff. And I guess really for bases, what you'd be thinking about is things like water pumps and wood piles, I guess, is the other one, isn't it, that you'd want to spawn in. Right, so there we go. Hopefully you found that useful. Remember, head on over to Balshad's Discord, join, head on over to his PayPal, drop him a couple of bucks, soak up that amazing PlayStation and Xbox modding experience that is there. And of course, if you like my video, hit like, subscribe if you want to see more of the same, and I will of course see you again soon.